it was good meeting you.
Keep that church.
Take care.
Yeah.
Kona, right?
Kona.
Yeah, I appreciate the other guys who worked this ship. Super nice. Super nice to me.
Yeah. You guys are pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, like anything cops, right? There's a few.
Yeah, the first couple months I was doing this, they'd stop by and wonder what I was doing.
Yeah.
Once they knew what I was doing.
I think for us, it's a pretty concern now.
Yeah.
And most people are just obviously taking pictures, but we have had individuals that are out here that
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So we just like to just come out. I like to talk sorry to you anyway, but just kind of see like what's going on. But at the end of the day, I mean, in reality, anywhere along this area, you can take pictures without any issue.
And that's a good thing about most plane spotters. They're being honest people. If they see something weird, they're gonna call you. They're not gonna go, we'll let that guy. They don't want that one guy to screw it up for everybody else. So they're gonna call.
Sure.
They're gonna sit another set of eyes.
But it's good though. And it's always about see something, say something,
Yeah.
no matter what it is, right? And I think a lot of people think like, it's nothing,
Yeah, every once in a while, people will see me out here, and they'll call you guys. Because they don't want to.
Right.
And, it's kind of a hassle for you guys. But, I understand it.
I mean, I could see it with all this tech
Oh,
right
yeah,
up the side.
Yeah.
What you gotta do is you gotta come out and film when they have their
The ring pack?
no, not rim pack. They do another one that's strictly fighter jets.
Yeah, the Century Aloha.
Yeah. No, there's a different one that's it's like strictly aircraft fighting.
Oh.
So they fight from the Pacific.
Yeah.
So they bring all these planes in, they refuel them, and they park them out here, and then they fly and they dogfight. Because I guess dogfighting, over the islands, you have a little bit of different. 3 years ago, they brought out, they're using big 25. It's pretty impressive. They're big. Right?
Yeah, they got a lot of open space around here to do stuff. They don't have to worry about flying over someone's neighborhood out here.
Sure.
Once they get 50 miles away, they get.
But that's the thing though, so like the F-22s, right? We're always getting complaints from the guys on board because they'll take off and they'll fly, either they'll do the hang 10, the straight up, right, and they'll level out, or they'll fly out and around, and then by the time they hit Molokai, they're already like full throttle.
Yeah.
So they blow past Molokai, they bang the sound barrier, they go out to the big island and come back in like 20-something minutes, like if that. They just blow it out and come back and land right because they're burning fuel. We're always getting more fun.
Yeah, sometimes when they go north, they go, I live in Gulf City, and they just come right over my house. Wake me up. If I sleep in that day, they wake me up.
I like the military aircraft like that.
Oh. All right, well, I got to get to it.
Yeah, I gotta get back to it. Good talking to
Yeah,
you, sir.
take care.
You have a good morning, yeah?
You too. Stay dry.
We'll try.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's nice. I think we're ready. I think we're ready. Everybody here? Are we live? Am I live? Yeah, we're live. All right. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Honolulu. Hope everyone's having a good day today. We're doing a little bit of a bare bones show today because of the weather. As you might have guessed, we are in a little bit of a rain watch here today. I was literally a minute away from calling the show off, and the weather broke. So we got looks like we got about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours before the next wave of rain comes in. So we're gonna try to fit some planes in here. We're currently in reverse operations, so they're landing in west flow. They're coming in over the city, and they're gonna leave right in front of us. So hopefully that stays through our show. I'm going to apologize ahead of time. I don't have my computer hooked up, and I don't have a lot of things hooked up because I'm worried about getting it wet in the rain. So we're just going to play it by ear. I'll check the stuff as soon as I can, but I might miss a chat message or two. So if you're a normal viewer of the show, you can tell this American Airlines plane here is not usually coming this way. It's usually going the other way out to the reef runway. So during reverse operations, or as I say here, reverse op squared, we get departures off 26 right, and we get arrivals on 26 left. So 26 left is the reef runway. So they're coming in over this way. So I gotta figure something out with my Zoom thing. It's in the wrong place because I don't have that open. Let's try that. That's much better. Much better. So they're coming in this way to the reef runway. And then the other ones are departing off this one, so they're coming all the way down to this end to hang out with us. So thanks for hanging out with us, Alan. I know we're back and forth in the group chat, so thanks for being here. We got Jane here as well. Thanks for being here. Get all the normal rough-ins in the house. Get all the party people here, so thank you all for being here. So this one's heading off to LA with the extra X. Oh, wait, we will pause on that one because we got a rather big one coming in on the reef runway. Need to get my orientation around, start looking for some of these over there. Not used to that. So, reverse ops here at the Honolulu airport's my favorite time. You kind of have to pick your poison because you either come down here and get the departures super close, or you go down there and get the arrivals over the city. But we can still see most of the arrival from here. So when I got here this morning, it was drizzling where I'm at right now, but absolutely buckets down on the other end. So that's why I chose up here. Alright, so let's go out a little bit. Okay. So as long as we stay in these wind operations, we should be good today. Till about, like I said, with the weather, till about 9 o'clock. That's what it's forecast to be. I have the rain cover up today, and like I said, I'm doing a kind of a minimal show. I don't have any of the fancy doodads and extra cameras and stuff like that hooked up today, just because I don't want to ruin anything in the weather. So our Honu friends are, the first one's getting kind of close. It's just on the other side of Kauai. It is about a half an hour out or so. That's actually a couple minutes early. You can see the tail of that MD-11 over there. That is, they're still here. There's still 3 of them here. So that one's been moved around a little bit. That one actually was out on Romeo 5, out on the reef runway a couple days ago. And then they moved it back over to where it started, which is over off of kind of the Aloha air cargo ramp, it looks like, over there. And then the other one is still sitting where it was the other day. That's over here. That's on the north hard ramp. So this is an interesting shot we don't usually see. I'm going to see if I can get this. I cannot physically see the plane right now. But there he is right there, coming in to 22 left. We don't usually see this shot. And my hand doesn't know how to pan that way. Yeah, my hand does not know how to pan that direction. So the interesting thing today is if we do get 22s, I don't know if we will or not. But they went out yesterday and the day before, so hopefully they'll go out today. If we get F-22s, they're going to be right up next to us, because if the 22s depart and it's reverse operations, they will leave off 22 left, which is right in front of us. So yesterday, we did a night stream. I've switched it over to, it was a public stream, but I have switched it over to members only. So if you're a member, you can go check that out. We did a stream where we drove around Honolulu last night in 360. So it was kind of, I liked it. I had a good time last night. Up until the very end, I had a really good time. The very end kind of put a damper on things. If you were there, you know what I mean. But right at the end of the show yesterday, we had two things happen that I addressed one of them, but I missed one of them. One of them is our good friend Sydney, our moderator, friend, co-birthday sharer. She shares a birthday with, coincidentally, all the mods and me have the same birthday. Isn't that a weird thing, a weird coincidence? But she gave some money for gas yesterday, so that was very helpful. So thank you, Sydney. And we also had our good friend Andrew R. He sent some PayPal, but it didn't show up in my notifications till after I hit the end stream button. So thank you very much, Andrew. Thanks for the gas money. I really appreciate it. Moto, that is a good question. I have no idea. Usually on days like today, which are weekdays, I usually go till about 9:45. But today it's 100% dependent on the weather, whether we make it that far or not. I would love to make it to 9:45, because that would mean we would at least see probably a 747 or two. But we're going to try to make it, but like I said, if the rain gets too bad, we might have to just pack it up. According to the radar, if you guys are looking at the radar, the wind is coming mostly from the west today, which is why we're in reverse operations. So there was 2 or 3 bands of heavy rain when I looked about 20 minutes ago, heading this way. So we're just going to play it by ear. Ah, Lord Andrew, it was you. I thought it was you, but sometimes when the PayPals come in, it just gives your legal name. So I was confident it was you, but I wanted to make sure I attributed it to the right person. So thank you very much. I appreciate that. Oh, 2027 they're coming back again? That would be nice. It's always a good time out there. This time when the Blue Angels were out at K-Bay, it was extra special because they brought the B-52 in. That was awesome. Not the Blue Angels. I mean, the air show brought the B-52 in. So it's too bad I don't have my ATC lit up today, because I would have loved to have heard the instructions that they gave this guy. He's been doing zigzags down there for about 10 minutes. Alright, so we'll have another 747 arrival here in about 34 minutes. And then right about 8 o'clock we should start seeing a bunch of departures down this end, as long as the wind holds, which now I'm not very happy. They've switched the airport around again. They just switched the airport. Alright. Okay, so we're no longer in reverse operations here. The wind has become calm, so we're not in reverse ops anymore. So I think that this plane we're looking at right here was the last plane to land in reverse ops. So we have let's see, where's the next one? Where's the next arrival? The next arrival is Asia Pacific, it looks like. We'll see what we are by then. Thanks, Randall. Thanks, everybody. It was a lot of fun last night. I had a good time right up until the end. But we won't dwell on the negative. We'll stay on the positive. So there's the Hawaiian Dreamliner, one of the 4 Hawaiian Dreamliners. There's 5 in Alaska now. This one's still technically Hawaiian till they take it away from us. So generally in reverse operations days here in Honolulu, the wind builds up throughout the day. So you get light, calm winds in the morning like we have now, and then it'll build up as the day progresses and the temperature gets higher. And then by the afternoon we'll have 12 to 13 mile an hour winds, and they'll keep it in reverse ops. That's what they did yesterday. Yesterday it was in the morning up until about 9. It was like this. Hello, Vicarious Vegas. Thanks for thank you very much. So Vicarious Vegas has joined us at the 717 Inter-Island Traveler level. We should have a 717 for you very soon. In fact, there's going to be one coming right at us here in a minute, which is right over here. There it is. So you'll enjoy all the comfort on this 717 as you zip between the islands. The seats in economy don't recline, but you're never really in the air long enough to notice. O'Malley will be by with your pog drink soon. Yeah, you can see it's getting lighter over there. Look at that. So sorry, Vicarious Vegas, I can't put your name on the screen today. Next time I can, if you're around, I'll be sure to I'll correct that mistake, because like I said, we're doing a bare bones show today. No computers, no stuff. We just have the encoder, my phone, and the camera, basically. Just in case it starts to rain again. Alright, I'm going to address the elephant in the room, because I know a lot of you people were there yesterday, and I lost my temper at a guy on the road. I do apologize for screaming a profanity into the microphone, but in my defense, it was well worth it, because the guy was a jerk. And this is the cool thing about this road rage incident, I have video proof that he was a jerk, not just me. So what happened was I was making a right turn on a street, and there was a guy at the crosswalk on the other side. It's a very wide street, and I was turning into the right lane. So he looked like a pedestrian. So when the light turned green, I started to move, thinking he was a slow walking pedestrian, but he was on one of those one-wheel skateboard things. And he started to move rather quickly, so I stopped. And I was still 5 feet from the crosswalk. I wasn't in the crosswalk. I wasn't anywhere close to the crosswalk. I just went about 2 feet and stopped. And he had one of those very bright, really bright LED flashlights, and he shined it right in my eyes. So what kind of Mensa member do you have to be to shine something into someone's eyes who's coming at you in a truck? So I can't see him. Luckily, I was already stopped, but he shined a light and it blinded me. I couldn't see. So when he got to the other side of the curb, I said, you don't have to shine the light in people's eyes. And then he started going off and yelling at me. So I yelled back. The funniest thing about this is I was driving my little K-truck, and he said to me, "Get a real truck." So I yelled back, "Dude, you're on a skateboard." So I added a little bit of colorful language after the "dude, you're on a skateboard" line, but after I told him you don't have to shine the light in my eyes, he started yelling at me, and then he shined the light in my eyes again. So whoever you are, I hope you're listening, because you're a jerk. I don't know, Rainbow. There's zero chance it would have ended in a physical altercation. I'm not that type of guy. I will yell at you. I have no problem yelling at you in traffic, but I will not get out of my truck and fight you. I'm not that. I'm not willing to risk anything just to prove my point. I'll yell at you, but I'm not going to fight you. This is that Hawaiian Dreamliner heading off to Seattle. So this is one of 5 Dreamliners. There's 4 of them with this livery, and then they just had a brand new one delivered that's all white. that was hanging out at LA with the Extra X for a few days. I don't know where it is now. So I have it from a very reliable, well, not very, I mean, I only met the guy once, so I don't know how reliable. But I have a very, a good source that tells me the 4 of these that they have that are painted in the Hawaiian livery, 2 of them are going to go and do the Rome flight from Seattle to Rome. And then they should have the other one painted in time to add London in there. And we're going to keep 2 of those Dreamliners for at least a year until they figure out all their international routes, and then they'll take them home, slowly paint them for their international routes, and then we will not have them here anymore. I'm hoping that they at least send the Northern Lights livery here once so I can look at it. Because there's 0 chance of me going to Seattle anytime soon to see it. This is an Asia Pacific 757. This is coming in from Guam. I forgot to put I didn't really forget. I chose to not put my truck stabilizers up today. That's why we're getting a little bit of this shake right here. I have these jacks that go underneath the truck to keep it from moving when I move. And it was kind of raining this morning when I was setting everything up. So I opted to get the rain cover up first, and I didn't go back and put the stabilizers in. Alright, so the Dreamliner is moving, so we're going to pull away from this and you know the drill. Head down here to see the Dreamliner through the trees. Alright, so the next one coming in is our friend, the ANA A380. I think it's close enough now we get a good shot of it. Oh yeah, there we go. So if you're new here, this is ANA coming in from Tokyo. This is one of the three of their A380s. All three are affectionately known as the Flying Honu. As it turns, you'll see why. If you know that Honu is Hawaiian for sea turtle. So this is the blue one. This is named Kai. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, I got that backwards. The green one is Kai. The blue one is Lonnie. Sorry, I apologize about that. There's also a orange one. So there's a blue one, a sea green one, and an orange one, and they're named after the sky, the sea, and the sun. So the next plane headed down to the reef runway should be United. Probably the Majuro flight. Let's click on it and find out. Yep. Christine, my favorite is probably this one right here. I used to think it was the orange one. I liked the orange one that when it first came, and The orange one was actually the third one here. So we got the blue and the green one for a while, coming in once a day. And then once they started 2 a day, they brought the orange one in. That was the last one here. So when the orange one was here, it was all new and shiny. And I thought, oh, this is perfect. This is a beautiful. And then the more I look at it, just that blue. I like that blue. Yeah, well, it was there's 3 that they were pseudo forced to buy, so there's only 3 of them. I need to look more into that. How do you get forced to buy an A380? Yeah, just a couple years ago, everybody thought Emirates was crazy for still flying them and not having plans to get rid of them. And now people are reactivating them, and Qantas just reactivated another one. I think that's all theirs now. I think all of theirs are back. There were a couple that I wish I saw before they got rid of them. I never saw an Air France one in person. And I never saw the China Southern in person. How's it going? Well, the way Brandon wrote it in the chat, it doesn't seem like they were forced to buy it. It seemed like they knew what they were getting into. But I'll have to look more into it, because it seems like if you buy someone else's arrangement, your lawyers better tell you ahead of time that you might have some A380s to buy. I'm sure it wasn't a shock to them. So I don't know if you guys can see this over here. I'm getting a little worried because this area looks clear over here. That looks like rain coming at me. Pull up the old radar and see what it says. Yeah. Yeah, we might be getting a little wet here in a little bit. That's looks like the first band of the rain I was telling you about. Oh yeah, it's starting to drizzle. Alright, so let's this is heading off to Majuro. Alright, so before that rain gets here, which I might only have about 10 seconds, I'm going to step off the truck for a half second and make sure everything's covered and the windows are rolled up, and I'll be right back. Rain's coming. Alright, I think everything's covered now. See the, I don't know about this shot. Let's see over here. You can see over here, it's already raining at the other end of the runway. That's not good. Why is that so? Why does it say my router's offline? I don't know. That's unsettling. Everything looks good. I believe this is Hawaiian coming in from Tokyo, but I don't have my thing up yet. I put it away while I got off the truck, so let's see. Yes, that came in from Tokyo, Haneda. It is dumping rain at the other end of the runway. Oh my gosh. Anybody want to buy some slightly used, slightly wet live streaming gear? I might be putting up an ad on Facebook Marketplace later. Oh my gosh. Alright. It's raining so hard you can't even see the plane down there. That's a Southwest coming in from Maui. Yeah, Matt, that's a very good point. At least it's not 30 degrees and raining. It's 70 degrees and raining, so there is that. Oh, I saw something over here. Oh yeah, this I believe is the Delta that's in our view. Let's see, there's a Delta. It should be going off to LAX, and then to its right, or sorry, its right, my left. There should be a United 757 backing out. There's also a 757 that we cannot see heading towards the end of the runway. The wind socket's completely turned around though, so we're back to westerly winds, as you could probably tell by that rain that's to the west of us coming at us. I wonder if they're going to switch the runways back around. It doesn't look like they are, because there's a couple of planes lined up to come in. So I don't know if they'll wait for those to switch it around, or because it's definitely coming from that direction now. There's a plane there somewhere. Hello, Aspen. Good to see you. Alright, this one here is a Japan Air Dreamliner. It's coming in from Nagoya. It's a Dreamliner 9. Look at all that water. Oh boy. Hi. So we are actually looking for one specific plane today that I don't want to miss. I mean, we can miss all the other planes, but I hope we don't miss this one. It's Hawaiian 1058. So it's scheduled to leave at 9:20 this morning. So if you guys can give me a hand and make sure I don't forget that. That is Hawaiian flight 1058. So the reason we're looking for that flight is our good friend Martin Colat is going to be on that flight. That'll be a 717 heading off to the Big Island. They're going to go over to Kona. Him and his wife are going to go over to Kona for the day. So that's their flight leaving today. They should be getting to the airport pretty soon. But so that's 9:20 is a scheduled departure for that. Hopefully we'll get that right overhead. Or maybe it'll come all the way down here. Do you ever get the feeling you made a huge mistake? Hello, Joe. Joe is celebrating 19 months with us. This is early. Early Merry Christmas, everyone. Blimey, that's fog. I wish it was just fog, because that is a lot of rain coming this way. The camera is covered up, I think. The switcher's covered. The switcher is covered up. The encoder is covered up. I'm just doing a mental thing here. The only thing that's not really covered up is me. So thanks again, Joe. I appreciate it. We can't even see the planes anymore. Look at that. We have one of those 757s currently on the reef runway. Let's see if we can get it without getting too wet. It's out here somewhere. Out here in this pea soup out here. I don't even see it. Oh, there it is. Alright, thanks a lot, Fire Truck. Fire Truck's been with us for 21 months. Oh, maybe I'll think about that. I can't do 360 hikes yet. I haven't figured out a way. I need the car to do the 360 because of the logistics involved and everything. So I haven't figured out how to do a 360 walk around yet. Well, I'm still trying to figure that out, so maybe we'll do that. But maybe I could do a regular 360. I don't know how the internet is inside Diamond Head Crater, though. We'll put that on the list. Okay, so it's currently raining where I'm at right now. So hopefully that'll pass over pretty soon. I need, what I need is I didn't even think about this. What I need is a way to go back to my old camera mount easily. I'm gonna have to think about that. That way I can completely cover the truck. Huh. I'm just ignore me. I'm thinking out loud. Oh, yeah, Scottish Lindy, it's not really that. It's not really the mounting of the camera that's the problem. It's the 360 requires a lot more data and a lot more processing power. So it has to go through a beefier encoder than the one I'm using now. And it has to have a very reliable higher internet connection. So, it's more that I can't carry that stuff around with me. It's a lot easier to do the other, where it's just a smaller thing to carry around, where the regular camera, like I've done in the past, like we did in Innsbruck or Waikiki or London, it's much easier to do it with a regular camera. Oh, thanks, John. Hopefully we can actually see it. Oh yeah, there it is. Let's go over that way and see if we can see it in the air. If I can find where the that's looking straight down the runway and I don't see anything. It still is past Iroquois Point, so maybe once it gets a little closer we can pick up the lights. Ooh, I got some rain on the lens. I'll have to flip that camera around in a second and get that off there. Oh, is that it? So we're gone from a heavy rain to a light sprinkle. So I think we're okay for a minute. We've been very fortunate with the weather for the last few months. We haven't had a show like this in a long time. That's pretty much, I mean, that's on par course for Hawaii. You don't really get days like this unless it's the winter or there's a hurricane coming. Come on. Last thing I need is the radio playing. Go. In case you can't tell, that's a 717 right there. Delta out on the reef runway. Let's see if we can see it. There it is. This is Delta. It's a 7-6 heading off to LA with the extra X. So I'm going to turn this around so I can get a little bit of that water off the lens. So pardon me for a second. Zoom out and see if that helped at all. That helped a little. Helped a little. Oh, the next one coming in is Air New Zealand. Coming in from Auckland. That's that light right there. And after Air New Zealand, we should have another 757 departure off the reef runway. Alright, so I have not forgotten about it. I've just been a little preoccupied. So today we are right in the middle of the 12 streams of Optimus. So we're counting down to Optimus Day by doing 12 streams. We did one last night that really didn't count. It was kind of a test stream. But we are today is stream 5. We are at stream 5 of the 12 streams of Optimus. And I bet you're all wondering what your live streamer brought you to today for the day 5 of the 12 streams of Optimus. As soon as this bus goes by, I will let you know, because oh my god, that may sound bad on a microphone, but that is worse right behind my ear. Oh. I think we should take a donation and have that bus get a brake job. So I think we got a 757 departure on the reef runway, so I'll keep an eye out for that. So, now that it's a little quieter, that bus is out of here. On the 5th day of Optimus, my live streamer gave to me 5 cinnamon roll Pop-Tarts, 4 go-arounds, 3 Falcon 50s, 2 Flying Honu, and a Pualani 717. So that's what your live streamer brought to you today. 5 cinnamon roll Pop-Tarts. So tune in next stream to find out what the stream 6 brings you. So I think I have it timed out, so Optimus, so the 12th stream of Optimus should be on Optimus Day. So if you're not familiar with Optimus, it coincides with Christmas. Alright, so that 757 is going, so we'll pull off this Dreamliner here and we'll head over to the reef runway. Alright, so that United there was heading off to SFO. The one before it, that's the 757 before it, was heading off to LA with the Extra X. We do have an Aloha air cargo out there heading off to Kailua Kona. There's like 4 planes lining up behind it, so I don't think we're going to switch the runways around anytime soon, even though the wind is coming at me. hoping they'd switch it before the next Honu got here. So along with it being Opsmas, you know, Opsmas is the season, you know, Christmas is the season of giving. Opsmas is the season of promo codes. So we do have a promo code at the shop right now at reverseopshop.com. The promo code is Opsmas. If you enter that code at checkout, you'll get free shipping on any order over $20. So take advantage of that. That promo code runs all the way through Opsmas Day. We're getting a little close to the cutoff to get your items by Opsmas Day, but that doesn't mean you can't wear it for New Year's Day or whatever. We've had quite a few orders using that code, so thank you very much, everybody. That really does help to pay the bills. Martin Luther King might get free shipping, but it's not going to get free entry to a national park, that's for sure. So I think that band of rain has now passed us, so I think we're good for another 45 minutes or so, at least. That band of rain is now just passing over downtown over there. And up into the hills, you can see it's all up there now, coming that direction. So I think we got another 45 minutes to an hour before the next band was supposed to get here. Understandable, Linda. That Lego Concorde is awesome, but it's also an item that needs to be budgeted. That is not an impulse item. You don't just go into the Lego store and say, I'll take one of those. It's a interesting, Calvin. Alright, we're going to flip it over here and wait for the next departure. Looks like it's a 321. It is. It's heading off to San Diego. We'll be also able to see a Waikiki trolley while we're waiting. The Waikiki trolley. This is the trolley you want on a day like today. This one's all enclosed. A lot of the other trolleys are open air. So the CEO, I think it was the CEO of Alaska Airlines, was quoted the other day about the future of the 717. And to paraphrase him, he basically said, maybe it'll be the 737, maybe it'll be a 220, maybe it'll be this, but we just don't know. We're going to have to wait and see because we just don't know yet. And every airline blog ran to their friggin' word processor and just started, the future of the 717. Alaska's replacement for the 717. All based off a quote that told them nothing. So if you want to know what the future of the 717 is, no one knows. Not even the CEO of Alaska. Well, at least he's not saying. He might know, but he's not saying. So Linda, those buses run through Waikiki for a bunch of different reasons. There's some that are shopping ones where you can pay a couple bucks and ride them to all the different shopping centers in Waikiki and Ala Moana. There's a couple that run you around if you have a certain Japanese credit card. So if you have a JTB card, you can get on most of them for nothing. You just show them your card. And then you can also rent them out for events. $6,000 a night for those, to rent those. So you can rent them for your party. And they also have a thing this time of year where they drive you around and look at Christmas lights. So you can pay, I don't know, it's like 20 bucks. And you could ride around in those buses and trolleys. And look at Christmas lights. We have a C-17 lit up on Hickam right now. Hopefully that's going to go out soon. In fact, there's one right down there. Look at that. That's not the one that I see that's lit up on the flight radar. That is a different one. This one is currently waiting. Currently waiting for the next plane to come in, which is a FedEx triple, which is kind of right over there. We got two planes in a row coming in. I don't know what the plane behind it is. That one of the fronts of FedEx triple. The one in the back's a Delta. We do also have one Hawaiian leaving off the reef runway, so I'll take that for just a second. Because this is Hawaiian Flight 6. Ooh, look at that fluff. Look at that. This is the last Hawaiian old livery. And it's heading off to Vegas. Now we'll go back and see if we can get that 777 touching down. Should be getting close. There it is. Oh, very close. How's that for timing? As you can see, the runway is still very wet. Alright, so that moose is going to sneak by the back there. If you can see it in the background of this shot. It's going to head out to the reef runway. Got a little bit of a rainbow forming right here. You see that? With the delta coming in with the little rainbow to the left there. Thank you, Jane, our good friend and awesome mod. Jane Chu is gifted 1 Reverse Ops membership. It's like Matt Smith with an I, or sorry, Matt Smith with a 1 is the recipient of that. So thank you very much, Jane. And Matt, please join me in thanking her. I'm going to leave this here because he's about to make a left turn for Echo there. Okay, maybe not. Maybe he's not going to take Echo. Maybe he's going to take Sierra. No, he's going to take Echo. Our second A380 of the day is very close. It looks like it's lining up second for arrival. That is behind the southwest out there. So it's still off the coast, but I don't think anything's going to jump in front of it. So it should be here in 4 or 5 minutes. So, last night I made a colossal blunder. I forgot to eat. So I was explaining in Tuesday's show that when Mrs. Reverse Ops was out of town, I just forget to do basic stuff. She's always there to remind me to not be dumb, which is a monumental task sometimes. But I do things like just forget to eat, because I can usually go forever without eating, which annoys her on vacation, because I'll just keep going and going and going, and she'll be like, I need to eat. I'm like, oh, okay, sorry, my bad. And yesterday we had our company Christmas party yesterday, so we had Hawaiian food. So I ate some Kahlua pig and rice and pineapple and a little bit of teriyaki chicken thrown in there too. And a couple of desserts. People brought some desserts. That was about, I don't know, noon, 1 o'clock, somewhere in there. And then I'm like, oh, I'll run, get some food before the stream last night. And I forgot. I didn't do it. And then when we were done with the stream, I was like, I need to get home and get to sleep. So I went as quickly as I could home. I had to stop by my work again to pick up some things. But, so I got home about 10. And I was like, and then I realized at 10 o'clock that I had forgotten to eat. So I haven't eaten anything, really. Come on. So I haven't eaten anything, really, since I had a... No, I don't think I've had anything since yesterday at about 1 o'clock. So it probably was a bad idea bringing that up, because now I'm super hungry all of a sudden. I don't know, I kind of brought it up because I was starting to get hungry. Alright, so the next one in is our second A380 of the day. You can see it, the crab walking up there. So I'd like to welcome back Badass Little Momo to the Reverse Ops membership. You've joined back again at the 717. Thank you very much. Sorry I can't put your message on the screen today. We're doing a little minimal setup because of the weather. But I do appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, just plain nuts. We have Oahu in particular, but Hawaii as a whole has a very large Japanese population or Japanese ancestries. Over 50% of the population is either Japanese or of Japanese ancestry. So we do get a lot of flights to Japan. I forget how many Hawaiian has now, but ANA's got 3, and then Japan Air has 4. So you get a lot of. It's not as busy as it used to be. It used to be busier, but with the yen being not as valuable as it used to be, we're getting less Japanese visitors. But the Koreans are really picking up the slack. Holy cow. The Korean Air, or Asiana, used to be 5 flights a day. All December there's 5 flights a week. Asiana has added 2 more, so now it's 7 flights a week, once a day. And then Korean Air has actually added a second flight, and it's the 747. So we probably, if the weather holds out, we'll see the Dreamliner X, and then the 747 will come in about 11:10. I think is that Moose coming back already? No, he's at 9,000 feet. He's going to go right over our head, though, but I can't see him because of the clouds. There's a C-17. Well, that's not even the one that left. It might be. It's going over our head. Yeah, leave it to Brandon and all the Japanese flights. Well, Rainbow Love, tell them to keep the Pop-Tart guesses to themselves. Speaking of Asiana, it looks like it's just off the coast now. We are going to get a FedEx 757 also coming in here from Maui. So that Asiana looks like it's lining up behind a Southwest. So that's a 777. So that'll be here in 4 or 5 minutes. Yeah, hello EHAM. Flight of 3. We can still see them up here. It won't be as dramatic and close, but we'll still be able to see the fighters from up here. I was hoping we'd be in reverse ops when they showed up, because the fighters would come all the way up here to see us. When the airport is in reverse operations, the F-22s leave off 22 left. So they would come all the way up here. Yeah, unfortunately, Fast Eddie, we can't see the eyes from up here. We saw them when they came in, but you can see the Fast Eddie put the differences between them other than the color in the chat. Alright, this is Southwest coming in here. Then after that we'll have Asiana, and then behind it we'll have Hawaiian Air coming in from Auckland. I might have to run through the donut shop on the way to work today. Because I don't think my Nutrigrain bar is going to cut it at work. So yeah, EHAM, the only bad thing about them coming all the way up here when they're in reverse ops is they don't generally do performance takeoffs that direction. When they're on the 22 runway, they generally leave very pedestrian-like, usually not even an afterburner. They'll have the afterburners and they'll cut them off very quickly, because if you follow that runway back to our right, there's a large neighborhood right there, and it gets very loud for them. I should be able to see Asiana here in a second. It gets very loud for them, so they don't usually do any of the performance takeoffs that direction. They leave that for the reef runway. But I think it was last year during one of the Century Alohas, the first day of the Century Aloha, we were in reverse ops, and we had a visiting squadron of F-35s with us. And so the 22s take off normal, and then it's the F-35's turn on 22 left. And nobody told them not to go out full bore, and they went out full bore. They went out full afterburners all the way down the runway. It was so noisy and loud, it literally shook my truck right here. It was so awesome. And I'm going to guess they got a lot of complaints that day, because for the rest of the time they were here, while we were in reverse ops, they took off 26 right at half runway, so they were a long way away when they took off. So they probably got scoldings, or as they say, lickings here. So this is the Star Alliance livery on the Asiana. We get this one quite a bit. We actually get quite a few of the Star Alliances here that rotate through. On one day we had 3 Star Alliances here. So what probably happened is right behind, so if you follow Lagoon Drive up, and there's a Wendy's right there on the other side of the freeway. On the other side of the Wendy's, it's military housing. So my guess is, if I complained, they'd probably be like, well, whatever, you live next to an airport. But I'm going to guess a lot of people with a lot of shiny stuff on their shoulders complained. I see that KC-135 now. As soon as this one makes a left turn, we'll see it too. You'll see it too. So I believe I said this was the Auckland flight, did I not? I think that's what I said. So there's the 135 in the background. Unfortunately, fortunately or fortunately, depending on how you look at them, that FedEx 757 has gone around over here, so we'll see it coming at us. Just hoping to get it on the 4s, that way it would come in front of us, but oh well. Three random words. I'm not exactly sure which one you were talking about, but Most likely it was a Grand Caravan or a Cargo Master. They're both kind of the same. Small Cessnas. A bunch of airlines here fly them. There's a couple of inter-island cargo that fly them, and then there's a inter-island passenger service that flies the Sky Courier. So there's one over here. Let's see. So this is one of the passenger ones. This is most likely either going to Lanai or Molokai, or just came back from there. I don't know. I didn't check, but we'll see if it turns into Terminal 3 over there. There's that FedEx 757 that we saw touchdown. It's going to head over to the FedEx ramp, which is over to our left today. Interesting. I didn't know Bill Gates was on Molokai. Or is that two different sentences? Might be two different sentences. Yeah, so Molokai and Lanai do not have jet traffic. There's the 717s don't go there. Nothing really bigger than a Cargo Master or a Grand Caravan go there. And it's a little bit because they don't want them, and a little bit because the runways aren't long enough. Okay, so that's 757 going over there. We do have a 717 coming in. That is right there. It's pointing at me, but going to my left. Interesting. A little bit of crab walk in there. Ah, okay. So that white one we saw is going out. It's listed as on your program there. It's listed as the Southern. It doesn't have a destination, but it's most likely going either Lanai or Molokai. Next one coming in is a Hawaiian. It's coming in from Osaka. Behind that we'll have Korean Air coming in from Seoul. Oh, thanks, Frank. We try to get here. I try to make it half the shows here, but it doesn't always work out that way. Well, this is where we usually are early on Saturdays. And then at the end of the show on Saturdays, we'll drive down Lagoon Drive here to the other end to watch the departures. It's hard to get away from being so close to those 22s when they go down the reef runway. So we do end up down there more than half the time, but I try to balance it out so it doesn't get stale. Unfortunately, there's no places on the other side of the airport where I can stream from. There's a military base over there, so can't stream from over there. Yes, that was TC. That's Magnum helicopter. They used to have 3 of them that were that Magnum PI livery. I think they're down to 1 now. They were leasing some of them, and then the lease were over. So I think that, I don't have them on the radar, but I think that 135 might be getting ready to go. I was trying to count the planes in front of it. I think there's going to be there's going to be a southwest, and then I think it's after the southwest. I think. What time is Delta 534 takeoff? Sorry, I don't have that one memorized. I don't see it pushed back yet. Hopefully it's before about 9:45. Ah, taxiway now, okay. It's the problem with those 60-year-old planes. They, okay, I thought we were going to get the thing, so we'll go back to the Korean. It's the baby blue one today. So cute, the baby blue. Why are you stopping there? That's weird. Generally, they don't stop on the runway. Oh, there he goes. So thank you, H-Dot. H-Dot has gifted 1 reverse ops membership. Looks like Steve is the recipient of that, so please join me in thanking H-Dot. Really appreciate that. The 485, what was it, Delta 1050. Oh, unfortunately, B-Mat, if that's 1050 for that flight, I won't be here. I apologize for that. On weekdays, I have a day job that I have to get to, So when we do a weekday stream, I can only go till about 10 to 10 is my kind of my drop dead time. But I hope they have a safe flight and everything works out well. I don't know how I'd feel about having a sibling fly me. Seems a little weird. I don't trust my sister to drive, let alone fly a plane, so. Oh, thanks, H-Dot. I had a lot of fun last night. Well, Brandon, I don't have to worry about Rainbow Love flying a plane. She won't even get on one, so don't have to worry about that. You can see the MD-11 there in the back, tucked away down by the Aloha air cargo ramp. Alright, next one coming in is a 7.6. It's Japan Airlines. One of my nephews is a pilot. His father and my father-in-law were all pilots on that side of the family. Private pilots, and then the son, the nephew, he flies commercially now. So. We might have another C-17 lit up. Well, to be honest, Brandon, when you drove me around, there's only so far I can fall. So. We might do that again. I'm trying to work out plans to go to Cranky Dork Fest again this year. Yeah, Brandon, it's about a 60% chance right now. I gotta wait on a couple other things, and then decide. It'll probably be just for the weekend. I might go for a weekend plus a day. Last time I went, I stretched it to I think 5 days, and while it was fun, it was expensive. So O'Malley, you're lucky you live on a different continent than her. She's gonna. Yeah, O'Malley's only brave because he lives on a different continent. She can't just show up. Well, don't get me wrong, Brandon. I did have a good time that trip. The second hotel I stayed in, I really enjoyed that. I like the H Hotel, but I don't know. If you don't get a room on the 12th floor, it's kind of a humbug because you really can't plane spot from your room. The windows are dirty and oddly shaped. So you kind of have to go to the patio on the H Hotel, and if you're not on the 12th floor, it's kind of humbug. And during Cranky Dorkfest, you can't. They almost won't give you a room on the 12th floor. A fellow plane spotter that I know, he got a room on the 12th floor, but he ended up having to buy 2 rooms to get that. And I'm like, I'm not doing that. Oh, thanks, Eham. Yeah, I was thinking that one, Brandon, or the one I always stay at. I really like. It's a little farther. It's not walking distance from the H. But really, I was only on the patio the Friday night. The rest of the time, we were not on the patio. We were out driving around, or we were at the ramp, or we were at Clutter's Park, or we were at the in and out. So we really weren't at the H Hotel a terribly long time. So staying around there is not a deal breaker. No problem, Eham. Yeah, I complain about how far it is to get to LA sometimes, and then you got the Peacock A380 who has to go another probably 8 hours plus the trip plus the 6 I gotta go. So sometimes. This is our third ANA flight of the day here. This one's coming from the other side of Tokyo. The more fashionable side. The swankier side of Tokyo. This is coming in from Haneda. The A380s come in from Narita, and this is the third flight that comes in from Haneda. We used to get ANA 777s here a while back, before all the A380 nonsense. not nonsense. Before we started getting A380s all the time, we got ANA 777s, and I was just going through my pictures the other day, and I came across some pictures of some ANA 777s. I was looking for all the thumbnails for all the streams. Every stream I do, the thumbnails are all pictures I've taken. I don't borrow other people's pictures or things. I don't, and there's still pictures. I don't really clip them out of videos too long. They're usually just still pictures I've taken, because I've taken a ton of like regular still pictures. So I try to rotate them, make them a little fresh. So I'm always looking through all my old photography, looking for something fresh and relevant. I don't want to put something up there that is not going to come here. That's a little bit too clickbaity. Like the thumbnail for today's show, I think was a 747 that I took the picture from the end of the Lagoon Drive in the parking lot as it was going right by the fence. My alternate thumbnail for today that was going to be if we stayed in reverse ops all day was, I have a picture of the Korean 747. Oh, whoa! I didn't even know these guys were coming. So if you're new here, those were F-22As from the 199th Fighter Squadron. It's the Hawaii Air National Guard. Oh, here comes the 135. Oh, there's another one. It's the problem with having the building in the way. You can't really see it. definitely gonna be a break because so this is the 135 that was gonna take off. It's now heading back to Hickam. Oh yeah, where is that? Is that next? 10:56. Oh, I hope I didn't miss it. I hope I didn't miss it. I don't think so. There's no way. That's 10:50. That's going off to Maui. Alright, I didn't miss it. Good. It's not lit up yet. Okay. Alright, this is another Hawaiian coming in. I don't know where this one's coming from. I didn't check. We do have Qantas behind it, though. The Qantas is a 330 coming in from Sydney. That'll be next. And it doesn't look like it has hands. This one came in from Tokyo. Oh no. There goes Tokyo. Go, go, Godzilla. Looks like there's another tanker down there. You can see where that building is in the background. There's a hill. There's a hill that kind of obstructs the end of the runway there, the end of that taxiway. It looks like there's a tanker on the other side of that hill. Alright, this is another Japan Air Dreamliner. This one's coming in from Tokyo as well. We have Air Transport International lit up on the Hickam ramp. That should be a 757. We have a Josh Aldrich sighting. Hello, Josh. You're not going echo? Come on. You should be going echo. There you go. David, we share the runways with Hickam Airbase. That's part of Joint Base Pearl Harbor-Hickam. So Pearl Harbor is the Navy side, Hickam is the Air Force side. It is just on the other side. In fact, you can see the beginning of it. If you see that hangar down there, the two curved top hangars and the triangular top hangars in the background of this shot, that's where the taxiway for Hickam starts, and then Hickam's on the other side. We really can't see too much of Hickam from here. Hickam used to have its own runway back a long time ago, and they've taken that runway out and just decided to use all the runways here. So Hickam has 3 different Air Guard units plus a couple of Air Force units. The ones we usually see are the Air Guard, the Haiyang, the Hawaii Air National Guard. That consists of the 199th Fighter Squadron, which is the F-22s. We saw those a little while ago. And then you have Air Mobility and Air Refueling. Those are the C-17s and the KC-135s, respectively. We also have a lot of transient military aircraft that come through here, either for a training exercise or a mission or just to stop and take a nap and fill up on fuel. Sometimes, especially the fighters, can't make it all the way across the Pacific, so if they're going from Japan or somewhere else over there, they'll stop here for fill the tanks and take a nap, and then they'll usually be on their way. And they'll usually have a couple of either KC-46s with them that are not based here, or 135s with them as well. Occasionally we get big things, like we've had the B-52 here a couple times, once for an air show, once for a mission. We've had the B-2 here several times. And then very rarely we get a B-1. That's extremely rare. The U-2 has been here a bunch, but not lately. Not that I've seen lately, anyway. For a good 3 months, we had a pretty good run of catching the U-2 in our stream once or twice a month. But I haven't seen it in 6 months or so. So there's Air Transport International coming off the Hickam ramp down there at the very end. This is I believe it's a civilian-owned contractor for cargo for the military. So this will probably heading off to someplace interesting. It says not available, but it's probably going off to Guam or Kwajalein or something cool like that. Maybe Okinawa. So while we're waiting for that one to get down to the end, I don't think I've properly introduced myself because I don't have my selfie camera today. Because it was raining here a lot earlier, and I didn't put up any of the extra cams. I don't even have my computer up. But if you're new here, welcome to the channel. My name is Patrick. The channel is Reverse Ops. We're an aviation live stream and tomfoolery channel based out of Honolulu, Hawaii. We are at Daniel K. Inouye International Airport. That is our home airport. It's about 3 or 4 miles west of downtown Honolulu on the southern shore of the beautiful island of Oahu. Oahu is located on the eastern end of the Hawaii archipelago, which stretches some 900 or so miles across the Pacific. Because of that location, as I mentioned a few minutes ago, that's why we get a lot of cool planes here. We get a lot of cool stuff that can't make it all the way across. In fact, just the other day, we had a Dash 8 come here. It was on a refueling stop. And an A380 that was heading down to Qantas land. That was a Qantas Link 220. Those were both here because of the distance involved. They stopped things. We got a lot of weird stuff like that. We get a lot of cargo, 747s, things like that. We get more than we get quite a few 747s here during the day. I mean, if you watch Flight Radar, they're coming in and out of here all day. We only see a couple here in the morning. So there's 2 over there at the UPS cargo ramp right now. In fact, I'll go over and do a tail check. There's a couple over there right now. So the one on the right is a UPS, and the one on the left is Coletta. So we only see a couple here in the morning. I don't know if we're going to see these depart today. Usually we see one of these go, but sometimes they're a little delayed. You know, cargo do what cargo do, so sometimes they're not on the exact schedule they promise. But that's okay. Sometimes they're early, and we get 2 of them. So if you like what you see, you like all kinds of weird stuff, including Transair shorts. There you see in the foreground, and we have 2 Transair 737 200s there for your viewing pleasure. The one in the back, definitely not the one in the front, but the one in the back is a regular visitor to our show. Usually if you see that one once, you're going to see it a half a dozen times during the day because it goes back and forth to Lanai. But if you like what you see, if you're not subscribed yet, I would kindly ask you to subscribe to the channel. And while you're down there looking for that subscribe button, you hit that like button as well. That would really help us out. Those are both 2 easy, free ways to help out the channel. If you're having a really good time and you want to take that extra effort to support us, we are kind of like PBS here. We're completely member funded. So you can become one of those members. Hit that join button. Pick a level. There's 4 of them. Each has different benefits, but they all let you into the members only streams we do. We're going to do another one of them in a couple weeks. You can, once you become a member, you can check out last night's drive stream. That was a driving tour of Honolulu. That was a lot of fun. And then join us over at our Discord channel and join the members only section of our Discord. Those are all the green names you see in the chat. Those are all channel members that take a little of their hard-earned scratch and help me do this out here. So thank you to all of them. There's also a merch shop if you'd like to show off that you're a part of the Reverse Ops Ohana. You can wear Reverse Ops gear. That's at reverseopsshop.com. And because, as you see in the top right-hand corner of the screen, we are in the middle of the 12 streams of Opsmas, we have a special going, a little promo code action. So at reverseopsshop.com, all the way through Opsmas Day, we have a special going for free shipping off orders over $20. Just use that code OPSMIS at checkout. T-shirts, hats, hoodies, Aloha shirts, Aloha wear. We got some slippers in there. We got some mugs and stickers. All kinds of stuff over there at reverseopshop.com. Next one out will be ATI, Air Transport International. That's the one I was talking about just a minute ago. It is about to turn onto the reef runway. So of all that stuff I said, and I don't think Brandon had his pencil ready. So all that stuff, I know it's a lot of things to say and keep track of, but I've made this little handy QR code and link for you to get all that information at your fingertips. If you're on a TV, hit that QR code with your phone. It'll take you right there. If you're on a computer, you can just type it out. reverseops.com/findme. That'll take you to all the social medias, the Instagram, the Facebook, the Discord, as well as all the ways to get back here if you're lost, and ways to support the channel. And last but certainly not least is it'll take you to our companion channel, which is HNL Ops, to where you would get the ATC and live map overlay live stream 24 hours a day, so you can follow along. And normally we would have a 360 camera going right now on that other channel, but with the rain and stuff, we decided not to do it today. But we'll be back. It'll be back Saturday. You can check out that 360 camera. So I know that is a lot of stuff that I just said. So I'm going to put that link up on the screen again, so you can always check that out. It's a good thing to bookmark it. You know, you never know. You might be like middle of the work day going, geez, I need to get to Reverse Ops Instagram page, but I can't remember what it is. You can hit that reverseops.com/findme and get right there. I said slippers. I didn't say slippers. I said slipper. I didn't have an R in there, did I? There was no R in my slippers. The only thing that goes in my slippers are my feet. I don't, Rick, but we can work on that. So this is Singapore Airlines here. This is a dual-branded Singapore/DHL 777. So Singapore flies it, DHL loads it, or packs it. We got 2 of these a day here. This one's coming in from LA with the extra X. There's another one somewhere out there over the Pacific that's coming in from Cincinnati. Oh, you gotta be kidding. That better not be it. Oh, okay. That was not it. Still waiting for our good friend Martin. He's late.
I don't think because that's going up to Hilo. He's going off to Kona. I don't see his flight yet. Still says scheduled. I don't see it. Yeah, we're working. That's under a committee advisement, I think. So I think it's been it was sent back from committee with changes, and we had to do some alterations, and now I think it's going back to the committee, Brendan. Yeah, 10:58. Hopefully our good friend Martin's not sitting there waiting. They're eating up his time in Kona because I think he actually comes back tonight. Oh, you gotta be kidding. Oh, there's no way. No way. When did that? $9:04. We didn't see that one. That one's obviously been... Whoa, whoa, whoa. Uh-oh. Hold on. Temporary timeout. What happened? Okay. Give me a second. Give me a second. It's the benefit of being on the... We got this. We got this. Hold on 1 second. What is that one? Why did that one go out? That's something. That one shouldn't have gone out. Sorry about that. We just had to juggle a few things around. What happened? Hold, please. I gotta jump off the truck for a second. Hold, don't go anywhere. I'll be right back.
Oh, ow. Ow, Jesus.
We should be back. We're almost done here anyway, so but I had I missed Martin's plane going by down the other end, but we're gonna catch his departure, so that's good. So we wouldn't have been able to see too much of it anyway, but I got it back to get his and we're gonna call Martin's plane our last plane of the day, our Honolulu plane of the day. If I don't break everything before then. Alright, so I can't, unfortunately I can't show the member scroll today because we're on the limited setup, but at least we had a show, right? I was worried there for a minute. Alright, so Martin Colat is next for departure on the reef runway. I think the chat's getting a little spicy there, guys. Yeah, tone it down a bit. Alright, hooey ho, Martin. We'll see you again soon. He's going to be back here next week. Well, he's back here tonight, but he'll be here all next week. I hope the weather's better on the Big Island today, Martin. Ooh, we do have is that a C-17 down there? There is a C-17 down there. Well, that's the one that's been lit up for an hour. You want to hang out and have a Honu ×2? See if we can get the C-17 departure. It doesn't look like there's much in front of it, so it shouldn't take too long. So we'll hang out for the C-17 and then we'll go. I've got 4 minutes. So the fire truck down there was probably just cycling out its water. They have to cycle. They cycle their water every once in a while. Make sure everything's working and get good water in there. Make sure everything is cleaned out. You know, like good firemen. This one gonna come over and hang out with you for the rest of the day, Gabriel? Yeah, our good friend Gabriel, Hawaiian Pyro, he lives under the approach path for K-Bay, which is the Marine base on the other side of the island. And these C-17s have a tendency to go over there and do touch and goes all day. Alright, so we got technically 2 more planes because there's a Southwest in front of it, but we're gonna stay for the C-17. Unfortunately, the UPS 747 just pushed back, and we can't stay for it because I do have to go to work today. So here's the Southwest. This one's the one in front of the C-17. So the C-17 will be next. C-17 usually goes a little early, so we're gonna keep it back a little bit. Usually it rotates before the. Oh, pardon me. I want you all to know, to see the C-17, we're eating into my donut stopping time, so I'm not gonna be able to stop for donuts today. I hope you're all happy. I kid. Still won't be able to stop for donuts though. Yeah, Gabriel, all I get over my house is helicopters. Usually the fire rescue helicopter. We live not close, but near a couple trailheads, and people get lost, and so they go looking for them with the helicopters at night. Alright, so the C-17 is in the air. Look at that. When the moose goes into the clouds, then I gotta go to work. Wah wah. Alright, it's time to go to work. Alright, well, thanks everyone. It's been a lot of fun today. A little adventurous early. The weather sort of cooperated. I would have loved to have us stay in reverse ops longer than we were. We were only in reverse ops for about half an hour this morning. But you never know. So our next show will be Saturday. I'm not sure of the time yet. The timing is dependent on the weather. I would like to do a sleep-in Saturday show, which means we'll start about 10. I want to do that because I want to see the 747 from Korean. That'll be in about 11, and then we'll stay till it leaves. Would you mind? I'm trying to talk here. Rent-a-car bus is back. Ooh, look at this. We got one. Ooh. Rainbow Lover, appreciate this. Baby Trijet, do. Baby Trijet, do. So now there's our Falcon 50. So, but if the morning weather looks better, we might do a morning show. We'll figure that out on Friday evening, so I'll let everyone know then. But I'd like to do the afternoon, the midday show. That way we can see the Korean. If we do the morning show, I don't think we can stay till the Korean leaves. So it all depends on the weather. If we get reverse ops in the morning, we might be out here for a long time. So thanks again, everyone. We'll see you all very soon. Be happy. Be healthy. Take care of each other. All right. Aloha, everyone. Bye-bye, baby Trijet. All right. This is gonna take you over to the 360 cam that's actually not up, so just ignore that.